Happy Monday, everyone. How are you? We've made it to another week, right? Today is October the 11th. Yes, I literally just had to look down at my notebook to see what day it was. Days mean nothing to me at this point. In my work schedule, I just kind of follow what I'm supposed to be doing. You guys are watching this sometime after 5 o'clock. It is 6:10 in the morning, and we have the remnants of whatever storms came through from Oklahoma and Texas last night. So I'm hoping that the wind chimes aren't going to be too bothersome. They're pretty to me. My daughter hates them, and I don't know what the camera is going to pick up. So hopefully that won't be too bad of a problem. They're kind of loud. They're not big. They're just high pitched because they are smaller, so they're kind of loud. I think it just settled down a little bit. So the wind's been blowing since I woke up this morning. I think it's supposed to be pretty windy today. I don't think that we got any of the storms. When I went to bed last night, 11:15, 11:30, something like that, everything was still out west. So when I say out west, it was on the west side of the Arkansas-Oklahoma border. But things tend to move pretty quickly when storms are going to come through. And this was considered a late summer, early fall. It was the first storm of the fall, really, I guess. And they were calling for potential tornadoes. I do know that Texas had some tornado warnings. I think Oklahoma had a couple. Those of you from Oklahoma and Texas, I hope you guys are good. Erica came home yesterday, and so she got a call late last night. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. But she's an adult, so whatever. So I'm sitting there, she's kind of looking strange, and I was like, what's going on? And she said, we were just put under tornado warning at the college. They are on fall break. And so I said, who do you know? Do you need to check on anybody? And she said, I think everybody's gone. So that was good. So, weather is weather. I used to storm chase heavily, do all the things. As a dispatcher, that's just part of my nature, is to take care of the people who are going to be affected by the storms. Brain's kind of switched a little bit, not so intrigued in getting hurt. And, safety is my number one. So I just kind of worry about everybody now. But anyways, so that's all the weather update for y'all. By the time y'all watch this, it'll be a whole new ballgame. 12 hours later. All right, so I have a few things to talk about today. I have some haul, I have some whips, and I wanted to talk about all of the Flosstubers out there. I'm really not sure at this point who all's watching me, and that's fine. I don't keep track of the numbers. I know that I'm a different ballgame. Some people, have a lot of projects going. Some people have different jobs that involve cross-stitching, so, they're able to advertise. Some people just do it for the craft. There's different people who are doing Flosstube, and I just want to be a motivator. And, mental health is important to me, and taking care of yourself is important to me, and remembering that this is a hobby and not a job, that kind of thing. But this week I was watching a few Flosstubers who people have, I guess, just gotten kind of nasty with. And so, my heart just bleeds for people who have felt any kind of under attack or anything. Of all people, yesterday I watched Housewives of Cross Stitch, and Priscilla and Chelsea immediately started in on they don't like this, and they don't like when we do that, and they don't, and I was like, wait a minute. People in Flosstube world are dictating how your show's gonna go. So I watched the whole thing, and it was pity stuff, like, it's the pity, peddly stuff. It was minor. Things like, the dog licking the hands or whatever, and They don't like it when you laugh so much. I mean, stuff that I was just, that's personality. That has nothing to do with anything that involves anybody outside of those two ladies. And so I commented. I did comment. I was like, y'all, I was like, we love you for you. Please don't change. And I know that they're heavy influencers, and I know that they have a successful business. I'm assuming partly because of their Flosstube. You know, I mean, they've just kind of exploded since I've started watching them, and I haven't been watching them even, I guess, maybe a full year. Maybe. They've just exploded, and I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. I'm not going to tell them how to run their business or their Flosstube. So, I'm sure that my viewers are not the people involved in that. Somebody else commented a week ago, oh, probably shouldn't even mention a name on that one. Emotional breakdowns happened during a video. And I messaged this person. Oh, I'm going to just get emotional thinking about it. I messaged this person and I was like, you know what? Thank you for being real. Thank you for being genuine. And they responded back. You know, obviously they were hurt by some of their viewers, and they were like, thank you for your kindness, because people got ugly fast. And I said, you don't need them. You know, it's not about them. It's about you. You're there doing your hobby, not making any money, not doing this for any kind of anything except, you know, just to share the love of your hobby with other people. So all I can say is, and you know, if people decide that they don't like my Flosstube because I'm, you know, sensitive and being real and stuff, that's okay. I'm certainly not relying on numbers. I love that every single one of you guys are spending time with me. I do love getting messages. It's just one of those things that this is for me. And stitching literally is therapy for me. So I'm just sharing the journey. That's all that I'm doing. When I started this Flosstube, oh, my throat. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Grab your coffee, peoples. When I started Flosstube, it was kind of like a thing. My aunt and I were talking. And she's like, you should start one, you know, just for fun. And I didn't know if I was going to do it weekly, monthly, what's going to happen. My grandma doesn't want me doing it weekly because she said, I don't want this to be a job for you. I don't want it to be a struggle. And it's not. The biggest struggle right now is just time, because y'all know my schedule's craziness. I go in at 8 today, so that's why I'm recording at 6. Which 8 is a good time. When we go back to normal, our schedule is 6A to 6. My schedule is 6A to 6P, so 8 is a good time. But anyways, all that to be said, just be nice. Just smile. Be nice. If you don't want to watch people, don't watch people. If you want to watch people, watch people. If you want to hit the little bell to follow them and watch everything that they produce, do that. So, I love you guys. Just be nice. Okay, so on that note, that exact note, I made a list of all of the people that I have to watch every single time they post. I am now following a whole bunch of new people. I haven't started in on them yet. So, I found some because of other people. And I know that I am the person who's going to binge. And I haven't had time to binge this week. So, I want to wait until I have time to binge. Let me think. Because I need to get my business back up and going, honestly. I haven't done that at all. That takes a lot of work, and my brain's just not wanting to work that hard. But I do need to. I don't know. I don't remember what this weekend schedule is. I feel like maybe I can do something on Saturday, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that. Incidentally, I used my schedule, my copy of my schedule to kill a spider last night. Let me tell y'all about these spiders. I know it's fall. I know that it's Halloween time. I do not decorate in spiders. This little guy over here, I fretted because he had 2 spiders on him, my little pillow here, and I didn't care for stitching them. But I have spiders in the house. They're the black ones, so I don't think that they're going to like hurt me. they make those ugly cobwebs. So one day this week, I was stitching and I felt something creepy crawly on my neck, but my hair was up in a bun, so I just assumed that a hair had fallen. Dadgummit. So, I'm messing with it and scratching, and it didn't go away. And then all of a sudden, my creepy crawly hair got around my neck, and I was like, what in the world? And so I'm picking, like, you try to pick a hair off. Nothing was happening, and then all of a sudden, whenever I did this, I saw black fly across the floor, and it was a spider. A spider was just on me. Now, when the kids were little, a long time ago, this has probably been about 16 years ago, maybe. Probably about 16 years ago. I had a brown recluse bite, and then, like, I had several brown recluse bites. We lived in a house where my bedroom was in the mother-in-law's suite. It's kind of like a little down recessed little thing. And it had dark brown carpet. And, I would vacuum and clean and everything, but apparently spiders just like dark brown carpet, and so they stayed, and they were biting me in my sleep. Like, they were, like, just crawling onto the bed, I guess. I don't even want to think about that. But I ended up that summer with, like, 5 bites. Like, they weren't horrible, but they were, I was on antibiotics, and one had to be lanced, and it was bad. So the doctor said, because I was like, what is the deal? And they said, well, once you've been bitten by a spider, you can carry the pheromones because they're injected into you. And so I was like, so I'm attractive to spiders? That's not okay. Unfortunately, yes. I have had a couple of serious ones since then. Nothing, I've never been in the hospital. Had another one lanced. And then the other ones have just been, I know how to treat them as soon as I see them. You just have to diagnose them, make sure that that's what you're dealing with. I've had a couple of times, had to have antibiotics. But, the fact that I'm carrying pheromones, I don't know how long that lasts. I may be exaggerating and it may be over with. But that summer was ridiculous. But my fear is legit. Because I know the pain. And, brown recluse spider bites is nothing to play with. My dad had a black widow bite him when he was younger. And he's got, like, still a hole in his shin. And so I'm thankful, I have indentions where he has a hole. But still, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about it. So, no, I didn't kill that spider immediately. That spider went under the couch. So I went in and got a cup of coffee because I moved the couch, couldn't find the spider, was thoroughly upset because, he'd just been crawling on me, and then I'm, watching my neck and watching my back because I'm afraid that he bit me. And I looked it up, and I don't like even to see pictures of spiders on Google, and so I was, like, having a little mini panic attack, and so I just looked up typical, black house spider or whatever, and it's the fuzzy kind, the little short, and so, anyways, it said that they typically won't do anything unless they're, feel attacked, and then they may bite. I was like, please, God, don't let him feel attacked when I was trying to grab a hair. So, went to bed that night. My entire neck and back was, like, red from me, scratching and feeling like I had been bitten. You guys, I don't think have seen me turn red. I turn red anyway, but this was horrible. Anyways, no bite, thank goodness. But, I went to get a cup of coffee, came back, and the dude was sitting beside my project bag looking at me. And so I grabbed a piece of mail and I squished him. So I go back to my cross stitching, minding my own business, still scratching my neck and back. And I look down and another kind of spider is walking across my floor. What is going on? So I squished him quickly. The next day, I'm cross stitching. Because this is what I do after work. I come in and I cross stitch. I mean, I don't have a lot of laundry. So, I'll run the laundry maybe once a week, maybe twice. The biggest thing that I have is towels. And, usually because I'm just sitting. My job isn't strenuous. So, you know, I usually wear jeans a couple of days in a row or something. The dogs hate it because they, smell each other. But uh, anyway, so I don't have anything to do there, and dishes get done as I go. So there's not just a lot of chores to do. Obviously, I need to be doing some spider cleaning out. Anyway, so next day I'm sitting there minding my own business, and I look up to see a spider with a web attached to him, and it's got like a hair in it and a leaf. First off, y'all, that's just nasty. To watch that was really nasty. I looked up. I may have called him a couple of, not nice names and squished him. Then I went and grabbed my peppermint water bottle because peppermint oil is something that spiders do not like, and I sprayed every wall. I just need to make my house smell like Christmas early. That's what I need to do. So, here's my spider story. So yeah, that was a bad start to my week. I think that was either Monday and Tuesday or Tuesday and Wednesday. I was like, what is happening? Erica came home yesterday. That's good news. So let's get back to the good news here. She got in last night about, 7:30, 8:30, something. So I made her a full meal of green bean casserole, which is one of her favorite sides, and corn pudding, which is her favorite side. And I texted one of my best friends and sent him a picture. And I said, you might have a surprise tomorrow because he loves corn pudding, and he loves it when I make her corn pudding because I bring him leftovers. And I made a new recipe of spinach artichoke stuffed chicken, which was amazing. So good. So, our sister came up. We had a good evening, had a good meal. Watched a little bit of New Girl. Not a show I recommend. It's just her thing. And then I went to bed because I had to get up early this morning to do Flosstube. So she will be leaving tomorrow to go back to Texas. She's just on fall break. She's heavily involved in ministry in her church, and so her fall break started Friday afternoon, but they had a big 11th anniversary celebration. They called it birthday celebration Sunday, and she was heavily involved in it, and so she was like, I really don't want to leave early. And I was like, look, that's your church. That's where you're involved. She is an intern right now. We hope that becomes a full-time, gig later on. But, she needed to be there. So I told her, I was like, stay, come after church. So she did. She stopped by her church and saw everybody on her way in, Cersei. And then she got home and we ate and spent some time together. So that was fun. So tonight today she'll probably sleep in, honestly. And then she's going to go to her chiropractor, who she adores. Her knee is incredibly swollen, got lots of fluid on it. So he's going to do a full adjustment and then hopefully get that fluid off of her knee. And then she'll go see all the family, do all the things, get her oil changed. And then tonight she's going to go spend time with her sister and dad. And then tomorrow she'll leave and go back. And then I'll get her back on Thanksgiving. So I'm happy about that. So, yeah, she's doing amazing. She's thriving. I'm losing her to Texas. All of my Texas friends, y'all are just going to have to adopt her. So, that's just going to have to happen. So, what's going on with this? Oh, I was going to tell you about my Flosstube people. Wow, I went on 2 tangents. Sorry. So, the Flosstubers that I watch, that, like, as soon as they post, I have to watch. I'm just going to go down. There's no particular order. I just opened my YouTube thing and went through all of my subscriptions and looked at all of the names of the people that are legit. Now, I'm probably going to add some more people to that, but right now these are the ones that I have. Sunshine, and I'm not going to, talk about every single one of them because that would take forever. Sunshine Stitchers. Just Keep Stitching. Niecy Lynn. Finally a Farm Girl. Country Stitchers. Priscilla and Chelsea. Bougie Sisters, just started watching them. They're funny. Steel City Stitchers, absolutely love them. The Proper Stitcher, of course, I love Annie, and we get to go to, oh, I didn't tell y'all, I got accepted in StitchCon. How did I not tell you that? I am in weekend A, and I am so excited. That's a gift to myself. I'm so excited. So I'm so scared to death as well. Like that's a lot. It's a whole lot. So I'm gonna drive. For one thing, I just need that escape. Like, you know, if it becomes too much, then I'll have a way out. I don't want to rely on anybody or anything. And anyways, yeah, I reserved my hotel. I'm getting in the La Quinta because I am a late night stitcher, and the late night room is open until 2 in the morning. And I know nothing about Cincinnati or Ohio, so I didn't know what the neighborhoods were like this spring. So yeah, I'm so excited. I have a year to be excited, or half a year to be excited though. Let's see, where was that? Proper Stitcher. Yep, that's why I said that, because Annie's gonna be there. Chris Cross Stitch, Brenda and the Serial Starter, Salt Box Stitcher, Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. She's just too cute, and I love her accent. 911 Stitcher, Nicola Parkman, Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, Java Girl Stitches, Colorado Cross Stitcher, I can't read my writing, Fox and Rabbit, Kindred Stitcher, Memphis Sarah E, Fat Quarter Shop Lori Holt, Globetrotting Stitchers, Made by Michelle McGraw, Sarah Stitches, Jan Hicks, Hello from Liz Matthews, Lindy Stitches. There's more, y'all. Those are the ones that I have to watch whenever they post. Like, I love them. I feel like some of them are like my sisters or brothers, because Chris. And Fox and Rabbit, I just feel like I can hang out with them. Like, the way they talk, they're just cool. So, anyways, tell me in the comments who y'all watch. And if it's the same, that's great. I want to know new people to watch too. Alright, so let's just jump into what we've got. My grandma, y'all know grandma. Oh, somebody said, what was I doing? Oh, when I did the pillow finish, I posted a picture on Instagram with Aunt Donna, and I had several people say, oh look, we finally get to meet Aunt Donna. Which, when I first started Flosstube, there was another picture of me and Aunt Donna. I was holding the red house with the material, because that's for her. Anyway, so I've been around a minute, and did I say this was the 25th show? I don't know if I did or not. Anyway, so people were saying, oh look, we finally get to meet Aunt Donna. Y'all, she's not coming on Flosstube. I might sneak over there one day and record something, but she watches this, so she's gonna be waiting on it now. She loves y'all, but she's shy. So she just enjoys watching it, and she gleans information off of all of her Flosstube people. She watches lots of people. She watches people I don't watch. And I've got the list of the names. A lot of them I've even subscribed to. As she talks about them, I usually go in and subscribe to them, but I don't watch them all. Anyway, so Grandma, who lives with Aunt Donna and also does it, wants me to get some finishing done. So she bought me this plank. So I have decided that Last Stitch Cemetery is going to go on this. It comes like right there and there. Something like that. It's like that. So I got to figure out what I'm going to mount on a sticky board, but am I going to put a background on it? Or am I just going to put stuff around it? Because I thought about just putting some twigs and stuff to make it kind of folly around it. Because the charms are enough to make it, you know, to accent the piece itself. So you just want to maybe do some color. I don't know. And then Mom and I went to Hobby Lobby the other day because I had to go pick up a sweatshirt for Erica from a friend of mine. It's so literally freezing, y'all. It's so funny. I think if I haven't posted it on Instagram, I'll post it today. Anyway, so, you know, while you're in Jonesboro, you go to Hobby Lobby, that's what you do. And then Starbucks, and then you pour Starbucks coffee all over your vehicle, which I did. But you go to Hobby Lobby and you see what you need. Mom has started crocheting, and so she's picked out this ridiculously huge project. It's beautiful. It's a bald eagle on an American flag. She's doing an American flag for me for Christmas, which is gorgeous. It's going to be large, so not too large, but it'll be, you know, big enough to put on my couch. Because y'all know I love patriotic. Um, anyway, so while I was there, I got some floss that I had to have, and then Mom's checking out, and the lady in front of her is doing exchanges, which I've never been in a Hobby Lobby exchange line, and they're not fast. So, while I was waiting and everything, oh, I met another stitcher. She has some kind of medical issues going on. Didn't really pry because it's not my nature. And some of you will get that. Anyway, so she's looking at all of the threads, and her daughter is picking up all of the threads. And so I was like, hey, what are you stitching? And she said, oh, I have several projects picked out. She said, I'm just getting back into it. And I was like, oh, congratulations, good deal. So, you know, she's got a project bag that she bought from there, which Hobby Lobby's project bags are cute. I have one, and they're plastic, but they're sturdy. So, anyways, we small talked for a few minutes, and she asked me if I used Artiste, and I said I haven't really. I said, you know, I stick to DMC for sure, and then on the notions and stuff, I don't do a lot of notions, but I usually stick to, you know, the brands that I know. And so she was, you know, just looking at everything. So she grabbed some needles, and she grabbed all of her floss, and I did tell her Flosstube is a thing, and she said, yeah, she'd been watching some people, so who knows, she might find me, and that would be cool, because we could strike up a relationship and go from there. Some of y'all just saw the stress. It's okay. I would love to have relationships with people that are close to me. I've gained a few friends on Instagram because of Flosstube, so that's cool. It's just timing is, you know, everything. Anyway, so went on about my thing, went over to the fall stuff because I told myself I was not going to do that because it wasn't a week to buy things. And I found a leaf. And it's pretty. It's twigs. It's got a little bit of a curve, not much. So I got it solely for, because I pulled this picture up while I was looking. This. Whoops. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be intentional, and I'm going to mount my autumn piece on sticky board. This is that light gray gingham. Let me put this down before I hurt myself. So I'm going to put this on sticky board. I texted Aunt Donna. I was like, what do you think? And she said, oh, it'll be so pretty. She said, how about some dark green material behind it? So, you know, you got 4 leaves there with the dark green. And so I said, that's a beautiful idea. I said, let's do that. Emphasis on being let's, because she knows that, you know, she's going to help me. And, so I'm going to see if I can get you an FFO by next week. We'll see. I hope. Because I really do want that up. That would be very pretty. Don't know where I'm going to put it yet. But now I have a big hole on my wall because my key holder was pictures from the kids from Christmas. And one boyfriend is no longer in the picture for my daughter. So I took it down. She said, it's been long enough. You should take that down. So I do. Alright. Now for whips. No. Several weeks ago, I went on a frenzy on Facebook Market, which I did not need to do. And I bought several patterns and pieces of material from a girl on there who is from, I should probably turn this around so you don't see that, Missouri. So she messaged me the other day and she said, hey, I have more. And I knew that I didn't need to buy anything because, well, quite frankly, Jen Holder and myself have told each other that we're not going to buy anything else material or pattern wise, but I did. So this bag right here is full of pieces of material. I don't think there's anything actually whole in there. I haven't even gone through it all. So you've got some waste material, and then you've got little pieces. There's some banding in there. So I need to go through all of that because she sent me a whole mess, 2 whole messes. It's Ada. It looks like 14 count. So I've got all of that. And then there was some patterns. So I got that. Just all the different Christmas trees. And then I got 5 seasons of quilts because that was beautiful. Y'all don't know when I'm going to get all this done. I got several issues of For the Love of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts and Crazy for Cross Stitch. This one right here though. Just Snow Globe. And then I got a few hooks by Ursula Michael. And it came with the thread, but we'll see. I bet I do something else because I don't know how that labeling is. I haven't even opened it yet. Winter Chickadee Basket by Diane Arthurs. Isn't that beautiful? Bringing Home the Holidays by Craftways. And Merry Christmas by Country Stitching. So that will go in my collection of patterns. Alright, now on to whips. Y'all have not seen this in a minute. It's been a hot minute. The last 2 episodes I forgot just to bring it over. So I've been working on Little Red House. Or not, I don't know why I say that. Red House Sampler by Brenda Keys. And loose threads. I got this and all of this border. Started working on that middle tree. That's what I got done this week. I love that blue. It's like a dusty blue. So pretty. So, you know, I just need to start working on the border on that thing. That's going to be the biggest tackle. Those motifs are fun, but that border is a lot. The border is, it's like gold, green, blue, red. Like there's 4 colors going on. It's a lot. Anyway, so yeah, I need to get that done. The wind is picking up out there. Alright. And then when I tell y'all that I take stuff to work with me, I have this pretty little bag that I got a while back. And so I will load up my projects, whatever I'm feeling, and I will take it to work. And then if I feel like working on one, I'll work on one. If I feel like working on another, I'll put that one up and work on another. I honestly don't remember what I did on mine. Did I even touch my seasons this week? I did touch some of summer. So I worked a little bit on summer. This is my gift for Grandma. Somebody said that's so sweet of you to think of your family for gifts. And that's my intention. It's just, you know, to get a little bit of love and a pretty. And so I know that she'll enjoy it. I hope she enjoys it. I don't know about this white on this blue, but that's literally how the picture looks too, because I looked at the picture and I was like, is it supposed to be that light? But it is. I did not use the called for blue, but I got something really close to it. So I'm hoping that all of the other stuff enhances it. So I worked on that. Just to give you a recap, and for those of you who haven't been watching before, I will show the rest of them because they're pretty. This is a series by Whispered by the Wind. This is Spring Homes. So you've got your seasons going on. I haven't touched that one, shame on me. I'll get them done, Grandma, don't worry. This is probably what I'm going to work on this week, honestly. This is Autumn. Love that haunted house. That's where I'm at on that. You can't tell it because I haven't worked on it, I know, but I do love it. I'm hungry. I'm going for work in about 45 minutes. So I've got time to make some breakfast. This is Winter. So pretty. I haven't touched Winter, poor thing. Ooh, make sure you'll get the right side. I need to finish that snowman. He's too pretty to be left alone. And summer is my last. Put all these back in the bags. I'm the world's worst. Oh, I showed y'all summer. Oh. Okay, so there's where I am on the holidays. And then I worked on Granita, which is, this is actually a stitch along. That quarter shop, not doing the stitch along. I am not kind to myself on stitch alongs. Start along maybe, but this is it. It's So Emma piece. And you'll saw this on Instagram if you follow. That's where I got this weekend. I had the diamonds already done, and so I worked on the blue, which I love. I can't decide if that's supposed to be a spider on there. Like, this is supposed to be a big snow piece, but those little designs on the bottom are bothering me. But all the blues, all the fun, it's beautiful. And then I worked on a last stitch cemetery, which is what's going to be mounted on that plane. So I've never watched Harry Potter. My uncle went to some local races about an hour away, and so I told my aunt, I was like, hey, let's stitch together. We can watch Harry Potter. And so I pulled out Last Stitch Cemetery, and we watched 2 whole movies. And I got a little wrapped up at one point and watched the movie, not my cross stitching. But that's where I got it. So the last time you saw this, I did not have the outlining done on the letters. That's all tent stitching, so no big deal. And then I did this entire stone. So I got it done. So all I have to do on that stone and the one on the end is put the little beads in, which I'll wait until the very end. I don't want to snag them on anything. So that's a super fun stitch. And the last but not least, oh, I didn't bring the picture over, Seeking Refuge. So sitting there minding my own beeswax, and I was like, So you need to get Seeking Refuge done. And then whenever I got accepted into StitchCon, I was like, that's the piece that I want to take for the, you know, the display that everybody does. Because I worked on it with Steph to start it. So Stephanie Schaffner and I were working on this together. She started at the top, I started at the bottom. And so she has put hers up because that's how she does things, which is perfectly fine. And I didn't message, but I commented the other day. I was like, it's time for me to finish this. Because this is a big piece for my house. Like, it's going to be prominently displayed. I found a hair on my arm. So last night I did my little puppy dog. And I wanted to do him blended. So I got some light tan and this color. And I started stitching him and he looked very muddy. And I don't want him looking muddy in my cross stitch. So I think beside him I'm going to put a little BL for Barney Lore. Just a little teeny one. Single little thing. So this piece is legit my piece that I need to, you know, get done. So that's my whips. That's what I've got going on for this week. What am I going to do this upcoming week? I'm going to work on the holiday or the seasons. I need to get them done. I also need to finish Last Stitch Cemetery. I literally only have 2 tombstones left, and then I'll be done. So that shouldn't take too long. So I'm going to load all of that back up in my work bag. You're going with me. It's going to be fun. Alright. Well, this is the longest video I've done in a while. A lot of jabbering. That's what happens when I feel good. I jabber. Can't think of anything else. Therapy's going well. Everything's going good. Work is going well. Getting our girl trained. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks we will get back to normal schedule. Hopefully. I've already asked off for Thanksgiving and I already had Christmas off. Not asked off. I'm trading days. I don't ask off. I trade days. I'm greedy. I am. Anyways. So all of the holidays are lining up. Everything's good there. Erica's going to be going back to college and then she's going to finish this semester out. We've been blessed with she got an email last week or the week before about the CARES Act. The school had funds for the CARES Act, and so that's going to take care of her remaining balance before the scholarship takes care of her remaining balance. So I'm hoping that we can just fast forward the money into next semester. That would be amazing. We're going to change her meal plan because she's not eating on campus. Little Stink likes to eat out with her friends, which is fine. It's the college experience. That's what they do. All right, so can't think of anything else. I hope that you guys have a fantastic week. I hope that you get a lot of stitching done. I hope that you enjoy the upcoming fall. That, you know, I don't know what it's doing in the north. I think they're getting their first actual snow and stuff. I'm still not a northern person, but our temperatures are cooling off. Everything's kind of mellowing out a little bit. The fall foliage is happening, and so it's going to be hopefully a beautiful fall. All right, so before I let you go, let me tell you, it isn't what you have or who you are or where you are or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. Mr. Dale Carnegie. So think positive, even in the negative, think positive. Let your light shine and have a beautiful week. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.